This book, the brainchild of a troubled mind filled with supernatural shadows, is a window into the darkest secrets of the cosmos. Its pages, bound in mystery and written in dead languages, contain rituals and incantations that defy human sanity. Known as the Necronomicon, this object is no ordinary book with esoteric knowledge. It is a portal to a universe where the laws of nature bow to cosmic horror, where famished ancestral entities wait in the depths of time and space. Those who leaf through the pages of the book are dragged into an insane and desperate abyss where reality crumbles and the most terrible nightmares come to life. On the scorching, uncompromising sands of the desert strode a solitary figure whose fate was tied to the universe's darkest secrets. His name was Abdul al-Hazred, later known to the world as the Mad Arab, a title that represents only the surface of his tragic and dreadful journey. Al-Hazred, a poet and scholar from Sana'a, Yemen, had an insatiable thirst for forbidden knowledge. He wandered through neglected ruins and lost cities, searching for the mysteries hidden in the shadows of the known world. On these journeys, he encountered horrors that defied human comprehension, ancient entities and gods whose existence was an insult to reality. As his knowledge grew, so did his madness. The truths he discovered were so terrifying that his mind began to crumble. He witnessed dark rituals and learned languages that shouldn't be spoken, tongues that distorted reality and drove those who dared to speak them mad. Al-Hazred, engulfed in his madness, began to write the Necronomicon, a grimoire about dark magic and cosmic knowledge. This book, written in Damascus, fueled by visions and nightmares, compiled the horrors he had witnessed and the secrets he had plucked from the jaws of the unknown. The pages of the Necronomicon were a map to the unimaginable, a guide to awakening forces that slept in the dark depths of space and time. Al-Hazred's influence went far beyond his mysterious and horrible death, which some claimed was the result of his reckless search for forbidden knowledge. The Necronomicon has survived, passing through obscure hands and influencing generations of occultists, alchemists, and mystery hunters. Al-Hazred's shadow hung over every word, every spell on those yellowed pages. Abdul al-Hazred, the Mad Arab, became a legend, a symbol of the danger of pursuing knowledge beyond the limits of human sanity. Whenever the Necronomicon is opened and its sorceries are read, Al-Hazred's presence is felt, a ghost whispering in the shadows, steering the unsuspecting towards a mad and desperate fate. The Necronomicon has been bound in pale, grotesque human skin. The cover seems to whisper forbidden secrets, a promise of knowledge and terror for the gullible who dare to touch it. Large and imposing, the book carries a sense of weight that is both physical and metaphysical, as if each page carried the weight of ancient and dangerous secrets. The pages, yellowed by time and fragile to the touch, seem almost to fall apart, but they always endure, harboring sorceries and arcane knowledge, written in long-forgotten languages and indecipherable alphabets, an enigma encoded in darkness. The illustrations embellishing the pages are just as disturbing as the texts, images of abhorrent creatures and arcane symbols that dance before one's eyes, provoking bewilderment and fear. They are not mere artistic representations. They are windows into the abyss, capturing the essence of cosmic horror in every word of the Necronomicon. Touching the book is repulsive. The skin covering it seems to pulsate with a life of its own, a sinister energy that seeps into the skin and corrupts the mind. Holding the Necronomicon is like touching the heart of terror, feeling the pulse of madness through one's veins. The spells and incantations in the Necronomicon speak of summoning and communicating with cosmic entities, beings that exist in the cracks between dimensions. These spells, when misused, can open portals to worlds that should not be reached, freeing horrors that wish to infiltrate our reality. Necronomicon also explores arcane rituals, occult practices intended to manipulate the most primitive forces in the universe. These rituals are complex and dangerous, requiring sacrifices and acts that defy morality and ethics. They are macabre reminders of the price to be paid for obtaining forbidden knowledge. They are ceremonies that can alter the fabric of reality, distort time and space, invoking powers that humanity can never understand. Apart from the sorceries and rituals, the Necronomicon is a source of cosmic knowledge, a chronicle of secrets dating back to the dawn of time. It talks about ancient and lost civilizations, forgotten gods, and truths hidden in the stars. The pages of the Necronomicon are filled with prophecies and predictions, glimpses of possible and terrible futures, worlds where the entities of the Cthulhu Mythos reign supreme, and humanity is just shadows and memories. These prophecies and riddles, shrouded in mystery, each one revealing a possible fate, each one more terrifying than the last. To read this book is to enter a labyrinth marked by madness and despair, a path from which few return unscathed. This grimoire is not just a collection of forbidden knowledge. It is a portal to the abyss, an invitation to dance on the edge of reality and stare straight into the eyes of eternal terror. Amid the shadows of forgotten libraries and hidden vaults, there are multiple versions and translations of the infamous Necronomicon, each with its own secrets and horrors. Abdul al-Hazred's grimoire has been translated and reenacted countless times, each version absorbing the darkness of its era and adding layers of mystery and terror. The first of these translations, the Greek version of the Necronomicon, known as the Necronomicon of Theodorus Philetus, appeared in the 9th century. Supposedly, this version, written in frantic and desperate handwriting, recorded not only al-Hazred's words, but also his escalating madness. Readers of this translation often found themselves lost in mazes of enigmatic texts, with passages that seemed to alter and twist before their eyes. In the 15th century, Olaus Wormius translated the book into Latin, creating a version that spread like a dark plague across medieval Europe. This translation, known for its dense and ominous prose, was often persecuted and burned by the Church, which feared knowledge of it. But some copies seem to appear in the hands of alchemists and occultists, shrouded in rumors about sinister rituals and mysterious disappearances. The Arab world had handwritten versions of the Necronomicon, filled with marginal annotations and comments from generations of obscure scholars. These copies were adorned with arcane symbols and disturbing illustrations, which seemed to move and change under the watchful eye of the readers, whispering secrets in the forgotten languages of jinns and desert demons. In modern times, translations have appeared in English and other contemporary languages, each promising to unravel the mysteries of the Necronomicon for a new generation. But these modern versions often had their own curses. Readers said they felt a presence behind the words, a whisper in the dark that spoke of madness and despair. Each translation and version of the Necronomicon was like a dark mirror to the culture it produced. For the most naive, the terrible grimoire is a temptation, promising knowledge and power beyond their wildest dreams. But this wisdom comes at a terrible price, costing the sanity and soul of those who dare to uncover such secrets. For the learned and the brave, or perhaps the foolish, it is a guide to the occult, a map that leads to the darkest and most forgotten reaches of the universe. In stories filled with the fog of mystery and terror, the Necronomicon is often a bridge between the known world and the lands of dreams, between human reality and the realm of the great old ones. Those who study its pages may find themselves walking in Relea, the sunken city where Cthulhu waits dreaming, or perhaps on the barren plains of Leng, where unspeakable horrors live in wait. This is the Necronomicon, the Book of the Dead, a collection of horrors that defies sanity and reality, a portal to the nightmares that lurk behind every word, every symbol, every page turned. The Necronomicon is a monument to cosmic horror. It's not just a book of magic. It's a testimony to human insignificance in the face of the vast and indifferent forces of the universe.